It's that lake life in the wild, wild west. Living like an outlaw. It's that lake life in the wild, wild west. It's a great life. It's a great life.
Hey there, welcome to another tutorial by Webgirl Kaz. I am Kaz, and we are going to review the Shopify dashboard. I have always been diehard WordPress, everything WordPress, which would include the WooCommerce, e-commerce setup until I started with Shopify, and it is no comparison. It is so much easier. It is so much more user-friendly, not only for me, but for the people that are buying from my store. So I wanted to go over this with you and show you all the wonderful things that Shopify can provide. So we are literally going to start from scratch and make a brand new store so I can show you the process of how to set everything up. So we're just going to call this our sample store. And as you can see, it says that store name already exists. So we'll say sample store web girl Kaz. Ha, nobody has that. So we're going to create our store. So the next screen that comes up, it says, tell us a little bit about yourself. So we need to fill in some of this stuff. I kind of pre-filled this, that we're just playing around, that we are going to sell products through drop shipping. And the reason I said yes is because I'm going to show you how to attach drop shipping to your Shopify store in the next video. So we'll use this same account for that. What is your current revenue? 0. And what industry are you going to be operating in? I'm just going to say toys because in the purpose of this video, I'm going to use our fidgets to set up this pretend store for tutorial purposes. Also, are you setting up a store for a client? And I'm going to say yes, because most of you are going to be setting up a store for your client. If you are setting up a store for yourself, then just leave this unchecked. So the next screen that we come to is adding an address so you can get paid. Technically, you're going to get it paid through your bank account, but this is the address that will show on the receipts and different aspects of the platform which will go out to the clients. So keep that in mind when you put that in. If you don't have a business address, that's okay. You can just put in anything, as I put in 123 Main Street. So I just wanted to show you what the next step was. Okay, so that brings us right into the dashboard of Shopify. So there's so many different things that you can do in this dashboard. And the first thing that we want to do, obviously, is build the front end of the website. So I'm going to click on Online Store, and I'm going to show you what the default website looks like. And I'm going to click Preview. So it's pretty cool already. This is where we're going to add in all of our information: image, text with overlay, image with text. So it leaves it wide open for us to add in anything that we want to add. So when you scroll down a little bit after you go to the online store, there are some different themes available. If you're just starting and you don't really care if your store is super fancy, they have some different free themes available. And the way that this works is you click on free themes and it will show you what they look like pre-filled with other people's content, but they don't provide this content. So let's click on this one and you can add it to your theme library. So now that it's added to our theme library, currently this one is active, which is the default one. It's just the bare bones basic one. If you wanted to make this one that we found in the free themes published, we will click publish. And that way, when we're customizing, it's going to be that particular theme versus the one that they default to. So now I want to review some of the paid themes. So you can visit the theme store and it's right underneath the free themes. And these are much more fancy or they're pretty expensive, but sometimes they're really worth it. As you can see, some of them are almost $200. They show the free themes as well, but they also show the paid themes. So let's look at some of the paid themes compared to the free themes. So now we're going to look at the differences between a paid theme and a free theme. And the way that you can tell what it looks like is you're just going to click on it and you can view demo. Again, keep in mind they are not going to give you these pictures. These are going to have to be pictures that you have already for your store. So when you're choosing your theme, think about the dimensions and different things that that your pictures are going to look like, and see if it's going to fit in these different areas. So this is a free theme. So right here is the first thing that people are going to see. And then it goes down to, some different product options, maybe a picture of your store, different things like that are on this one. Now going down, I'm going to back up again. Keep backing up. So the one right next to it is $180. Okay, so we're going to click on that and view that demo. So if you find a theme that you're absolutely in love with and you're like, "Oh my God, it's $180." That happened to me. We have a store and I was in love with a theme and it happened to be a paid theme. So I went ahead and did it because in my opinion, if you're going to do something, you kind of want to do it right from the beginning. But if you think that one of the free themes is going to be enough for what you need, by all means, use the free themes. So now when we want to customize our theme, this one is now active, and this is the one we chose out of the free themes. So I brought us back to the dashboard. I picked the Boundless free theme that was available out of, I think, 6 different free themes for the purposes of this video. So I wanted to show you the dashboard a little bit more, the way that it works. So you have your home page, and that kind of just brings you back to all the different options that you have. There's so many different things that you can do with this platform. So the first thing you see is add product. And so add product, you have a button here, but you also have the product section here, and you can add products here too as well. Customize theme. So this gets you to the section where you can customize the theme that you chose, or you can go to online store and then customize the theme here. So there's multiple ways to get to all the different things that you need to get to when you're starting your store. This is a really important part. So when you're adding your domain, You've either previously bought a domain or you can buy one through them. I highly, highly recommend that you always buy your domains through GoDaddy because their settings are way more user friendly and universal than when you buy it through a specific platform like this. So I would definitely, if you wanted to get a specific domain, go to GoDaddy and buy your domain. And then we can talk about connecting an existing domain. So if something is already purchased, you can connect it this way, and they will tell you the settings that you need to put in your GoDaddy login. Most of these options are set for when you do have a store and you are making purchases. There's also an app that you can download on your phone, which is awesome. I can't speak enough about it because when we get purchases, the app on the phone will make this little $ sound and you know that somebody has purchased, and it's a wonderful sound because you know that somebody has gone on and they like your product and they've purchased something. So that's always the goal when you're trying to set up an e-commerce store. So just real quick, right here is going to be a list of your customers. So it'll have name, address, phone number, email, all the information that you need. If you wanted to export this section and use it for marketing purposes, you can. The analytics is fantastic because you can see how many sales you've had, how many people have viewed, what they've viewed. You can see the most viewed. It's really a really cool feature. So under analytics, you've got reports. So if you need to pull your yearly reports for tax purposes or different things like that, you can do that here as well. You've got your live views. So if you have a social media campaign, which is really preferable when you're selling products, and that will definitely be in a later video, you can see who is on the site right now. So visitors right now obviously is 0 because this is a sample, and so we're just kind of going through the dashboard. But you know, if you have a social media campaign and you've got a whole bunch of visitors that are looking at it right now, that's really fun to see. Another really cool thing about this dashboard is they have a marketing section, and you can market to the people that have abandoned a checkout, which is really important. That means they put something in their cart and they've left it there and they've left. So you can set up a campaign and send them an email and say, and it basically will say, I saw that you put this shirt in your cart. Let us offer you 10% off. And it really gets them to think about their purchase. So this section is something that I love. I always put a discount code for holidays, for example. So when you want to create a discount code, you put the discount code here. I'm sure you've received multiple emails from whatever your favorite store is that says discount code 4th of July 123, and you get 10% off. So this is where you can enter that in. So if we put in 4th of July 10, you can put a fixed amount, you can put a percentage, you can put free shipping, you can put buy one shirt, get the next shirt for free. There's so many different options that you can do here. The best thing about it is you don't want to continue the sale when the sale's actually over, so you can give it an end date, which is wonderful. So you don't want to do it after the 4th of July. You want it to end on the 5th. You don't have to think about it. It will automatically stop. The next section we're going to cover is the apps section. So there's so many different apps that you can install, and these are similar to plugins in WordPress if you're familiar with that. They have so many different ones. For example, if you want to add in a section that says, "Oh, you like this shirt, you may like this shirt as well." And so like on the bottom it would have recommended products. But there's so many different apps that you can add to this. Some of them are paid, some of them are free, some of them are 30-day free trials, some of them, are a 14-day free trial, different things like that. But these are all external developers that have created apps for Shopify, and they're just to add special features to your store that maybe you're looking to do. So that brings us back to the home screen. So we need to get to the payment processor setup, and this is how you can get to it. So you want to view payment settings, and I happen to really like the Shopify payment processor. The way that it works is somebody will pay on your store and they will pay you like 48 hours later, and it'll automatically hit the bank account that you've attached. And I really like that. Obviously, PayPal is an option. I personally don't use PayPal that much because they limit what you can do. Like, for example, they want to know that the person has received the product before they're going to pay you. And so you have to go in and put in the shipping, the tracking number and everything. So I don't use that. I don't use Apple Pay. I don't have any third party providers. But the Shopify payment is awesome. So when someone pays, you basically get paid in like 48 hours. So it's really an awesome payment processor that and that's the only one that I use for our store. So to get that set up, you complete account setup and you click right there, and you're going to fill out all this information here. And with your routing number and account number, like I said, it will get to your bank account within about 48 hours. So any sales that you have within that 48 hours will accumulate and then get deposited roughly in about 48 hours. So that's going to bring us to the design of the website. So this is definitely something that will require a lot of information. I would love to go over it with you. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell and see our next video on part 2 of how to set up your Shopify store.
It's that lake line.